Welcome to Academic E-Learning. Today we are going to see how to convert the logical representation into the algorithm, flowchart and the pseudocode of iterative statements. Okay, so in the previous videos we had seen about the categories of iterative statements, and also we had seen one example, that is print n natural numbers, and also we had seen the logical explanation by using for and that of the while loop. Okay, so today we are going to convert this logical expressions into the notations. Okay, so already I said whenever you are just going to convert, you have to number it. So what is the first number here? First number is one is for start, and second one is for the input, and this line is for and this is for fourth point, and this is for fifth point, and here also we are having the sixth for the stop. Okay, now we are just going to write the algorithm. So step number one is start. Step 2 is you are just going to get the value for n, right? So here I am just giving n here. So n, see, now we are just going to write it in generalized way. Okay, so that is, you can give any value for n, right? See, at one time you can give value for n is 10, at one time you can give the value for n is 4, at some time you can give the value for n is 25, any number. Okay, okay, and then in the range function we have to give n plus 1, because it is just going to print the values 1 from 1 to n only, right? If I am going to give 6 means it is just going to 6 means, so what is 6? 5 plus 1, right? Therefore it is just going to print the values from 1 to 5. Okay, yes, and the second step is read. Second step is read n, and the third step is you have to just write it in English sentences for this while statement, that is for each value of I between 1 and n plus 1, go to step 4. That is, if the I value is between this range, means we have to go to this statement, else go to step 5, right? Okay, and step number 4. So what is our step 4? Print n, and our last step is stop. That's all. This is about the algorithm for this logic. Okay, and next we are just going to see about the flow chart. Okay, so first step is start. We have to represent it by the terminal symbol. Yes, so this is about the start, and next we are having a read, so it is represented by the parallelogram, that is read n, and next you have to draw a symbol for this for loop. See here, for the iterative statements we are using symbol like this. Okay, yes, and I'm just writing the for loop for I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. Okay, if this condition is true, yes, I value is between this range, means what you are going to do, you are just going to print I. Therefore it is represented by the input output symbol. Okay, so therefore here I am writing print I, and next after writing this, control will go to the for loop. Yes, because of the one value is printed, and therefore and then I value must be incremented, and it is going to point the number between this range. Okay, when it is false means, if it is false means you are just come here and you are going to print what you are going to print. You are just going to print end. Yes, and then you are just going to stop, which is also represented by this symbol. Okay, so this is about the flowchart. And next you have to write it in pseudocode. It is very simple. So first line is begin, and next read n, and next step is for I in range of 1 comma n, and then print I, and next one is here you have to write end for, and then you are just going to write print end. Okay, see here also you have to know this differences, that is I and end within the single quotes. Okay, so what is this? See in print statement, you will get the output as such within the single quotes. Okay, if you are not specifying means the value that is present in the I will be printed. Okay, yes, and so this is about the notations of this problem that is represented in this logical expression. Okay, and next we are just going to see about the while. So here also we have to number the logic. So first one is stop, and second one is we have to initialize I value as 1, and we have to get the value for n, and this is for third, and this is for fourth, and this is for fifth one, and this is for our sixth point, and this is our seventh. So what is our seventh? Seventh is stop. Okay, yes, and first step is, what is our first step? Step 1 is start, and step 2 is read n, and step 3 is initialize I as 1. Okay, and step 4 is if I is less than or equal to n, then go to step 4, else, that is if this condition is correct we have to come here. If this condition is false means we have to go to the step number 6. Okay, else go to step 6. Okay, and yes, and then our next step is step number 5 is print I, and step number 6 is increment I by 1, and step number 7 is, that is after executing this statement control should go to the while, right? Therefore go to step number 4. Okay, and then what is our step number 8 is nothing but print n, it must be within a single quotes, and next step is step number 9 is stop. Yes, okay, so here second step is input, and third one is for initialization, and fourth is for while, and 5th is for printing, and 6th is for incrementing, and 7 is for go to 1, and this is for 8th statement, and this is for our 9th for stop. Okay, yes, so this is about the conversion of logic into the algorithm. And next we are just going to draw the flow chart. Okay, see, I'm just go to draw flow chart here. Yes, so first step is we have to write start, and second one is read input. So input is represented by the input output symbol, that is a parallelogram, that is read n. And what is this? This is the computational statement. Okay, therefore you have to specify within a rectangle I is equal to 1, and next you are having a while, right? So while means, so here you have to specify condition like this, symbol like this. Is okay. So what is this? I is less than or equal to n. Okay, so if this condition is correct, if this is true, means you are just going to print two statements. So one is the print statement, right? So print is nothing but the output statement, therefore it must be represented by the parallelogram print I. And next, this is nothing but the processing statement or the computational statement, that is it must be represented in a rectangle I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, so after executing this statement, we need to check the I value again. Okay, yes, so this process is keep on repeating, and when it is false, that is when I value becomes larger than n mean, so the condition will become false. So at that time we are just going to print end. Yes, so print n, and then we have to stop. Yes, so this is about the flow chart. Yes, and now we are going to see pseudocode. Yes, we are going to see the pseudocode. So first step is begin, and the next one is read n, and next step is initialize I, and the next step is while I is less than or equal to n, and next step is print I, and next one is I is equal to, or you have to write like this, right? Because the first word must be a keyword and it must be in capital letter. Okay, so increment I by 1, and next, so here while will be ended, therefore end while, and next you have to print end, and finally you are just going to write end. Okay, so this is about the notation for the iterative programs. Okay, so whatever the problem may be in the university examination, whatever the problem they are asked, you have to write algorithm, flowchart and pseudocode like this only. Hope you all are very clear with this concept. If you are having any doubt, you can just comment. I will reply. Okay, thanks for watching. Thank you.